Okay, we'll start. Okay, so till yesterday we have seen. So I'm sorry, I'm actually I'm not taking the entire span of the class. The only reason it's kind of demo sessions because I am this is openly given to everyone. Okay, that's the reason I'm not supposed to um, do that. But however, I would try to discuss everything clearly. Yeah, so we will see today about list data type, tuple data type, and other data type called set data type. So we will try to cover until then. Okay. So what is a list data type in Python? List data type in Python. See, there are totally 6 important data types, as I told you. Number data type, string data type, list data type, tuple data type, set data type, dictionary data type. These 6 are very important data types in Python. Okay. Out of 6, 5 are very much important because number data type, hardly you don't do any calculations with the number type. So we have 5 important data types. Out of 5 important data types, every data type has its own methods. So you should be knowing all the methods of each and every data type. Okay. So string has its own data types, which we have seen till now. So string data types, string methods. Okay. Each data type has its own methods, which we have seen. Now we are going to see list data type. A list data type is nothing but if you know array in Java, the same way in Python, we call it as list data type. So what is the difference between array in Java and list in Python? In Python, array generally in Java, array data type is nothing but a sequence of elements with the same data type. Or you can say homogeneous. Homogeneous means same kind of elements. Collection of elements is nothing but an array. In Python, the difference is it is heterogeneous. Heterogeneous means it doesn't have to be same data type. For example, if you want to consider a list or if you want to take a list is represented with square brackets. Any element or any variable which is defined. So I take, for example, L equal to, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is not a single element. There are 5 elements in the list. So this data type is a sequence of elements. Okay. So this is called as a list. A list is a sequence of elements. But what it says is it is not homogeneous collection. Not only, okay, it doesn't mean that it is not homogeneous. It is not only homogeneous collection, it is also heterogeneous collection. For example, in Java, if you are defining number data type, you should always give integer array. If you are giving string, you should always give string array. If you are giving a character, you need to give character array. But whereas in Python, you can give any combination of it. For example, I'm giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm also passing Nikhil in the same array. I'm also passing some float data type in the same array. Okay, I'm also passing, got it right? I'm also passing a list, sublist inside it. Okay, let me see this later. So now if you see here, this list consists of numbers, a string, and also a float. Okay, float and numbers are of same data type that you can consider, but string is a different data type. So you are passing a different data type inside a list. So this is acceptable in Python. If you just print L, you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a list data type. A list data type is a data type which consists of not only homogeneous collection of elements. You can also declare an array like this, or you can also declare a list like this, like 4, 5, for example, like 6, 7, 8, okay, 9. Here I have only numbers. Even this is fine. If I print L1, I get it. So you can have any number of data type you can pass inside that list. That is the difference. Okay, what is array? Array is a collection of elements or sequence of elements with the same data type. In list is sequence of elements, may not be the same data type every time. Okay, it may be same data type or may not be. That means it can be heterogeneous also. It is not completely homogeneous. Homogeneous means same kind of data. Heterogeneous means maybe a different connection of data. Okay, you can also pass a string inside a list. Okay, this is a list. Why it is a list? List is defined in such a way, square brackets. If you are giving any square brackets like this, okay, this is called as list. What is the type of L? What is the data type of L? Data type of L is nothing but list. It belongs to the class called list. Okay, it belongs to the class called list. So list is a class, or you can say list is a data type, okay, which is there in Python, which is one of the basic data type that is used for calculating. So what is the point of learning data types? Data types are the basic building blocks to do any logic that you want to make in program, right? So if you have some data, see what is all together, what are we doing? We are doing something with the data, right? I have some data, I have to store the data, I have to add some data, I have to remove some data, okay? Or I have to manipulate some data, okay? All these things is required for doing some calculations or doing some manipulations of the data. So you need to know the basics of data types. So we need to know what are the different types of data we have, what does each data type has, or what are the methods of the data type, what that was that what kind of manipulations that the data type and the method can do. Okay, all these things should be known to you as a basic thing for doing any kind of logics on top of programming. Okay, suppose think that you want to store 100 numbers. Then I'll ask you which data type you will choose. You should say, I will choose list data type, or I will choose tuple data type. Okay, so if I ask you, I will give you some data, but there is some pairing of it. For example, I have name. Okay, I have to give the name. I have to notate them with some reference. Okay, person A, name one, or you can say registration number one, Nikhil, registration number two, Raju, this is registration number three, Durga, registration number four, soft, or something. Okay, so if I say like that, there is some linkage. Okay, registration number is linked with some name. So if there is any linkage, then you need to say, okay, I will store in dictionary data type. Okay, the same way, if I ask you, I have some data, I want to scramble the data, I want to do some random. Okay, I want to randomly pick some data, I want to remove all my duplicates. Okay, suppose I have huge number of data and there are some junk data or some repetitive data existing, I want to remove them. So which data type I should choose? You should say set data type. So each data type has its own reference. So suppose you told me I want to store some data. That data should not change. I should not add anything to the data. I should not remove anything from the data. That should be fixated. Then you tell me what data type. I'll say tuple data type. Okay. So each data type, or you can say I have huge number of text data. Which one I should choose? You can say string data type. So like that, in Python, you have so many different ways of storing data based on the requirement that you have. And also do some manipulations on that. Okay, I have data, what should I do? I have to, basically, for anything that you do in programming or building any app or doing any automation, doing anything, you need to write some logic. That logics are written based on the data type, because you're going to do some logics on the data, right? In the UI or from the backend. So that logics you need to know only when you know what kind of data you're storing and what are the methods of the data type and how do you handle it. If you know that, then only you can able to write the logics. Okay, so these are all the basic data types and basic methods of each data type you have. You should be knowing all of them. Okay, I hope you understood, right? The whole sense of what is understanding, what is the use of this. Now coming back, what is the list data type can do? So before that, you need to just understand a couple of things, okay? Okay, whoever is new for today, you can just wait for some time. So I'll explain you the entire syllabus, what are we going to see, okay? I can give you more insights about our syllabus. Okay. So, Ritesh, you are new, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, anyone else new for today? Apart from Ritesh? No, right? So please do your payments, guys. Everyone, whoever is there, I can talk with them if there is anything, or you can call me if you are finding any difficulty in anything. Okay, please reach them because I need to start my regular class. Until they give me confirmation, I cannot start. I cannot share you materials also. Okay, I want to share that materials. So I need like your confirmation. So let me quickly explain you syllabus and then we'll get back here. Okay. So first we are going to see Python. Okay. Since there are some people who doesn't know Python also to an extent. So we are going to see Python. Okay. So once we have done with Python, we would try to understand about yeah. So we will see entire concepts of Python. Then we will see entire concepts of Selenium. Okay. So I've been teaching this course in the same institute for more than 5 years now. And every time I'm upgrading the syllabus. Okay. Um, don't learn so much and do little. Learn to the extent what is required and then be expert in that. That is what the policy. Okay. Basic policies. So that's a way basically. So what are we doing? We are learning Python, we are learning Selenium, we are learning robot framework. Okay. We are learning PyTest framework, both API and UI testing, entire testing. We'll see one entire one application from the scratch. We will see how to do that automation of that application. You can also put in your resume the same thing. Okay. So PyTest and robot framework are very popular frameworks and very much asked frameworks in the interviews. Okay. And then we will see manual testing to the extent what is required. Okay. Then Git Jenkins we will see. Okay. We will try to see how, or regular activities that you do in a project. Okay. Like Git Jenkins, how you push your code, how you pull your code, or how you do your daily routine of your Git repository. And then Jenkins, how to create your own pipeline and then run your code. Okay. So this is the main thing that any project automation engineer does in any project you take. Okay. So these are the basic building blocks that is required. So you can claim an experience up to 3 years after the course is completed. Okay. So we are seeing every pinch of it. I have not given any subtopics. Okay. All these are the main topics which I have given. Under this, you will find so many subtopics, which I don't want to give. Okay. Because it's not much required to be given. So we will discuss every point of it very detailed. So now we are seeing basic data types. So in data types itself, you have 6 important data types. Even in 6 data types, you have each data type tens of methods you have. Okay, so all these are not mentioned here. The same way, if you go for Windows frames, okay, alerts, you have so many ways of doing it. Okay, drop downs, you have multiple ways of it. Okay, methods, you have suppose 10 methods are there. Okay, 15 methods are there. Mouse over activities, you have so many activities. So Excel sheet activities. So I'm not giving you any subtopics of that. Only the main topic I'm giving. So that's why it seems to be very openly given there. Okay, but we will discuss so much of things what is required to expert level of 3 years. Okay, again, because why I'm not giving you that guarantee of more than 3 years, because anyone who learn any course cannot become a real-time expert until he works in a real-time project for more than 6 months or 1 year. Okay, so that should be lively done. When you do from your mistakes, when you learn from your mistakes, there you will get that knowledge. That knowledge cannot be taught by any faculty or any trainer anywhere in the world. Okay, that should be learned from the mistake that you do in a project in a real time. Okay, so that way we can limit our experience claiming to 3 years, and then you can build your profile from there. You join a project, okay, and then you can build your profile. You can, you learn things better. After that you'll get to know so many things once you're. So this is just like making you enter to a field of Python automation testing. with some experience. You cannot be like a fresher and going here, right? You can keep 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, up to 3 years, I'm saying, based on your total experience. Suppose you have 10 years experience. So you can say that, okay, I have 3 years into Selenium automation and other 7 years I have into manual testing. Okay. Or you have 5 years or 6 years experience. You can say that I have 3 years into automation and 3 years into manual testing. So that your package is also not being reduced, and also you are, you get a easy chance of getting into companies. Okay. That's where the process is. Yeah. So you can kindly reach to these numbers which they have given here. Okay. For the inquiries. I have already given my number also. Okay. For inquiry, I mean to say for payment and all details, DurgaSoft online team. Okay. You can reach DurgaSoft online team for any of the payment related stuff. You can reach me once you have done the payment, so that I'll create a WhatsApp group and we will discuss everything in the WhatsApp group once the batch is confirmed. Okay. Until then, even I cannot confirm on it. Okay. Once the batch is confirmed, see, I don't need much people. I need at least 6 people to 7 people to start. Okay. With currently I have 4 people. I need 3 more people to be joined. So the team is working on it. So then we can 2 or 3 more people. That's enough. So we can start our regular class and I will share you materials on everyday basis. You can call me anytime. You can ping. You can ask any doubts in the WhatsApp group. I'm able to answer it. Okay. So that way we will try to take it from there. Okay. Any questions, anyone? So that I will continue my regular class. No, right? Or if you have, you can please ask. No questions, Deepan? Sorry, I forgot your name. Ritesh, right? Yeah, fine. So I have been teaching this course from more than 5 years now. So many people got job. Easy to crack it. Okay, it's a planned story. Okay, we don't have anything unknown here. It's a clear thing. We know something is required in the projects, something is asked in the projects. Okay, and we are focusing on the same lane. Okay, we are in the same route to reach that target. Okay, there is no point we will deviate because we know what to be done. So everything is clearly given. Okay, understood, right? So what is the benefit of regular class? The benefit of regular class is you can learn it daily wise, okay? And you can learn a lot of extra things which cannot be taught in some videos, right? If you have some videos, you will only get some ABCDs. So here you will say, you will get little depth of it, okay? What does A means? What does B means? What does C means? What are all there inside A? How that A is actually developed. So that way, in depth, we can discuss on each and every topic because we get that much of time to discuss it. Okay. So 1 hour each for 60 days is a very big time. Okay. It's almost 600 hours. Okay. Or maximum 200 to 300 hours will be solidly benefited. Okay. Got it, right? And along with that, your doubts and questions will be clarified. Everything is there. So now let's get back to our thing. So list data type. So there are 2 different versions of it. Versions, I mean to say, every data type is being separated or is being classified as 2 different types of data. Okay. One is mutable and other is immutable. Very important. You need to at least understand this very detailedly. Yeah. So every data type is converted into 2 types or is being classified into 2 types. One is mutable and other is immutable. So what is mutable means? Mutable means changeable. Immutable means non-changeable. So List, set, and dictionary are mutable data types. Number, string, and tuple are immutable data types. So number is not much considered because we don't actually focus on number data type much. Okay. We only focus majorly on this 5 data types. Okay. So string, tuple, and number also. String, tuple is a immutable data type. List, set, and dictionary are mutable data. Why string, tuple is immutable? Why list, set, and dictionary is mutable? I'll tell you. So now, as you know that I have declared a list here. Okay. L. What is L? L is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Nikhil 20.36. Okay. So how many elements you have? What is the length of L? You can also get length of L by this. Okay. And you can do all the slicing that we have seen yesterday here also. For example, what is S of 0? S of 0 is the first element. Sorry, L of 0. L of 0 is nothing but 1. L of 1 is nothing but 2. L of 2 is nothing but 3. L of 3 is nothing but 4. L of 4 is nothing but 5. L of 5 is nothing but Nikhil. L of 6 is nothing but, can you tell me? 20.36. So you understood this, everyone? You can stop me anytime once you find it is difficult to understand or you may not understand, okay? Or you're not understanding. Anyway, wherever you find it is difficult or it is going fastly or it is going slowly, any feedback is acceptable, okay? So I want to understand your basic, whether you are able to understand or you are having any challenges in it. Okay. So now you can also slice the elements 1 to 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Right? If I don't give anything, and if I don't give anything, it will take from starting till end. It will take, if I say like this, with some step, as you said, 2 elements are removed in between. Yesterday we have seen, right? Then if I say -1, it will print what? It will print you from the back. Got it, right? This is the reverse of the list. Okay, this is nothing but the reverse of the list. Okay, this is the basic slicing unit, right? Slicing means this is of 0th index, first index, second index, third index, fourth index, fifth index, sixth index. Okay, you can able to retrieve like this. Okay, so if I say, if I don't give anything in the starting and ending, it will take from the starting till the last. Okay, if I give 1 to 7, it will start from 1 and end up to 6. Okay, so 6 means this is only fifth. So it will go till here, next element also. That is the maximum index. So that's why you got all the elements. Okay. So here if I say starting, ending without any element and 3, this is called step element, or you can say skipping element. So this element will skip 2 elements in between. So 2, 3 is skipped. Similarly, 5 Nikhil is skipped. And then you got this. Because 3 means -1, 2, 3. So here, if you say -1, it will not skip any element, but it will read from the back. Okay. Hope everyone understood this. Any questions? You can ask me right away, okay? If you don't understand or if you have any questions. Are you okay? Can I proceed?
Yes.
Okay. Now that we have some concerns. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Sorry, I got some call. Yeah. So what is mutable means? Mutable means changeable. Immutable means non-changeable. Okay. So you can able to add or remove any data from that data type. That's called changeable. For example, I have list. So what is L of 3 or what is L of 4? L of 4 or L of 5? What is L of 5? Nikhil, right? So L of 5 is Nikhil. I want to change, okay. See what is meant by mutable? Mutable means either you can add, you can remove, or you can modify. Any of these three things you can do. That's called mutable. Okay. Or you can do all these three. So you can do removing, you can remove the data, or you can able to add the data, or you can able to modify the data, existing data. So if I say L of 5 is equal to, okay, DURGASOFT. What does it mean? I am going to change Nikhil to DURGASOFT. Let's understand. That means in the place of Nikhil, DURGASOFT will come into picture. So if I print my L, now Nikhil is being changed to DURGASOFT. Okay, you understood this? The same way, if I try to, I'll take a string, which is Nikhil. Now, what is S of 5 or S of 5? S of 5 is L, right? This is the S of 5. Now, I want to do the same thing. I want to change S of 5. I want to convert, or I want to change S of 5 to, okay, from L to K. Okay, small k or capital K. The same thing what I did in the list. Okay, I am trying to do it in the string. Now, when I try to do it, I'll get an error saying that string object does not support item assignment. You got my point, right? Because string is a immutable data type. So once you declare a string, you cannot add or remove anything on the string. You can do it with some methods, okay, like rstrip and all. That way you can remove. Replacing, you can do it. Okay, you can concatenate. That's a different thing. You cannot directly do on a data type. That's understanding. Okay, hope you understood, right? That is the major difference between a mutable and immutable data. So list, set, dictionary are mutable. Out of 5 important data types, list, set, dictionary are mutable. String and tuple are immutable. Okay, you got my point? So now we did the modification. This is like not adding element. You have changed Nikhil to DURGASOFT. Or in place of Nikhil, you have replaced with DURGASOFT. Okay, got it, right? The same way, if I want to L of, if I want to add some data, I can say append. Append is a method to add some data. So append will add, suppose 200 I am adding. Append is a method to add to the list at the last index. After this 20.36, it will add. So you can able to add the data. You can able to remove the data. You can able to change the data. All these things you can do it in list data type. Okay. So when I say L dot append and if I print L, it will give me 200 at the last. Can you see it? Okay. Then I say L dot append I did, right? So you see, right? It is recommending me so many methods. I can also get the insert. So append is to add an element of the last index. Insert is to add an element at a preferred index. For example, I want to add in between 4 and 5, I want to add 100. So what is this fourth index? This 5 is at fourth index, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want to add in between 4 and 5, I want to add 100. So I should say 4, 100. So what does it means? At fourth index, you will get 100. So if I print L, you see, right? Between 4 and 5, 100 is added. So like this, you can add any numbers. Any strings also you can add. Okay. It's not only numbers, you can also add strings. Okay. For example, I want to add L.insert. Insert means it will add at any index what you give. Suppose it's second index, I want to add Nikhil again. Okay. Now you see, if I print L, you got Nikhil, right? You got my point, everyone? So like this, you can add a string, you can add a float variable, you can add an integer, you can add any data type for that matter. Okay. Are you guys getting what I'm trying to say? So insert will only insert one element at any specific index what you want. Append will add only one element and that too at the last index. These two are very important. If you want to extend a list to a list, for example, I have L1. What is L1? L1 is nothing but 6, 7, 8, 9. L1 dot extend of L. So now what happens? L1 is now becoming a very big index. So first 6, 7, 8, 9 is L1. Then this is L. So they both are adding together. To add a list to a list, you need to use a method called extend. Extend is a method which is used to add a list to a list. Okay. For example, you want to know what is the index. L is this one, right? Or L1 is this one. What is the index of DurgaSoft? You can say L1 dot index of DurgaSoft. It is at 11th index. You can go and check. So it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. This is at 11th index. Okay, you're getting right. Similarly, you can get the count of elements. For example, I take L2, some more index. I'll write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll write n number of times. I'll write once. Okay. Yeah, I have taken some random list. I want to know how many times 5 is repeated. I can say count of 5. If it is a number, you don't need to give in quotations like this. See, single or double or triple quotations, everything means same. You can either give in double quotations or single quotations. Okay. If it is a string, you should give in double or single or triple. If it is a number, you don't need to give in quotations. Okay. Now, 5 times 5 is repeated. Okay. How many times? You can check it. 5 would have repeated 5 times. Like that, you can check any number. Okay. L2 dot count of 7. 7 is 3 times repeated. So count will give me the count of an element. Index will give you the index of that element. Extend will extend a list to a list. Insert will insert an element to a specific index. Append will add to a last index. I can also do a sorting, very important. Sorting can be done only with the same data. For example, I will take L3. L3 is one more list. 1, 5, 6, 3, 5, sorry, 3, 9, 8, 7. This is the list. I'm sorry. I should not give 2 types common because it will give you wrong, right? Okay. Now you can able to sort it by saying L3 dot sort. What happens? If I print L3, now it is sorted 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? 1, 5, 6, 3, 9, 8, 7 is now sorted to 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. You can also clear the list by saying L3 dot clear. So it will become an empty list. If I print L3, it becomes an empty list with no elements. Clear, right, everyone? So you can able to sort it, you can able to clear the entire data, you can able to add to a list, you can able to insert at any specific index, insert at the last index, get the count of number of elements of that string, get the index of that particular element. You can also delete it. There are two ways of deleting any element. For example, what is L1? L1 is a big thing, right? Now, if I want to delete DurgaSoft, I can say L1 dot, okay, remove DurgaSoft. Okay. Now, if I print L1, DurgaSoft is not there. See, it is removed. It is removed in my list. This one you should say when you know the value. For example, I don't know where is my DurgaSoft. I know the index of it. For example, I know the index of Nikhil. Nikhil index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know the index Nikhil is there. Okay. I want to remove this index. Or I want to remove 3. So I want to remove 3. 3 is at 7th index. So you can remove by saying del L of 7. So you are removing the element of 7th index. And if you are printing L, 3 is gone. Sorry, which is gone? No, not L, L1. 3 is gone. Which is 1, 3? Okay, del L of 7, right? 7 means I think it is not 3. It could be okay, wait a minute. Okay, L of 7 I said, right? It should be del L1 of 7. And then if I print L1, then you got 3 is removed. Got it, right? Understood, right? So this way you have to either use remove. If you know the value of it, you can remove by index also. Okay, so we will probably close it for today. Okay, I would request please do the payment if you are interested because we don't delay it. We will continue seeing everything again on Monday. Okay, by the time I want the final list of people. Okay, yeah. Any questions? Any concerns?
Hi Nikhil.
Yeah, Rajwal.
Actually, I have questions like in
Hmm.
append, insert, and remove.
Hmm.
We are only removed and added only one element.
Yes,
Can we add multiple element to the list?
we can add it, but not with the methods. This methods has that capability to add only one element and remove only one element.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Fine, guys. Then
Thank you.
yeah, I will try to show you how to add multiple elements by using a loop. Once we have seen loops concept in Python.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.